horse or bullock.
Bullock
have.
This is a scarred tree and is sacred.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a wagon. That's a sharp little tree there.
Alright, so I've got the directions to the Mullungdung Cave. This is a place where a prisoner escaped, kidnapped some school children from Wooreen and a school teacher, and continued on to this cave and held them hostage. There's a few other details along the way, but I'll explain some of them later. Alright, let's see if we can find it. So we've just hit the Mullungdung State Forest, and we were looking for Pogues Road, which should be up on the left here somewhere. So right now we're heading down Karajung Woodside Road, and we're heading towards Woodside. We're probably about 5 k's from the turn off on the Highland Highway. So here we are at Pogues Road. Let's see if we can find streams of whiskey or a dirty old town. Here we go. Adventure time. So now we are going to go down Old Rosedale Road. This can even be taken from down Woodside Way or up the other end if you're coming from Rosedale or Sale or even Traralgon up near Spradbroke, which is just out, well, probably about 10 k's from Gormadale heading towards the coast. Alright, so we'll check in when we're at Old Rosedale Road. Here we are at Old Rosedale Road. So here we are going to be taking a right until we come along to Goodwood Road. And that was about, I think about 2 k's along Pogues Road. So this is the heart of the Mullungdungs. We've come down, got to Goodwood Road, now we're taking a left. So there's me dad over there. It's firewood season, and as Mullungdungs a state park, they have now dissolved permits. So yeah, we can come and collect firewood while it's season. And since it's almost winter, and dad lives up in the Strzelecki's at Karajung, firewood is definitely needed. All right. We've just stumbled upon the old Goodwood Township and Sawmill. So I was reading about this. They ended up moving it to New G after they were finished, I guess, decimating this place from all its timber back in the day. But it used to have a sports ground, used to have churches, football teams, hotels, you name it. And it had a train track that came all the way to Port Albert, where they used to send the timber for, I guess, to build houses in Melbourne and around Victoria. We'll see if we can find any remnants. So here's some remnants found from the Goodwood Mill. I don't think there's really much to find. They're pretty much shipped. Well, didn't ship, they pulled everything out.
Yeah, at the town.
Out of the town. Guess there's no point letting things rust and rot. This probably would have been one of the old logs that they would have cut at the mill. Yeah, true. Probably find some pretty cool stuff.
There's pretty fucking money lying down here too.
These are probably like little mill pits, I'm guessing. But yeah, I don't really know. You can see, there's a couple of posts around, or could have been stumps for a house. Just over there. Yeah, pretty cool, eh, Dad?
Yeah, and there's nothing.
As you can see from the charred trees, Black Saturday bushfires also came through this area. Didn't absolutely ravage, unlike at Coligny, but I know Dad's found something. Let's go have a look. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. It's all hollowed out up top.
Yeah, that would have been like at night time, that would have glowed like
a signal.
Yeah, like a candle. That would have been a giant big candle, Ben.
True.
Probably much like that at night.
Yeah, off a draft horse.
Yeah.
Or a bullock. I don't know.
Yeah,
Did bullock
yeah.
have... No,
No,
bullocks wouldn't, 'cause
no.
they've got cloven hooves,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
That's a little bit stupid.
Look at the
An
axe.
axe head.
Wow.
Jeez.
Isn't that beautiful?
There's some pegs for the railway.
Yeah. Railway pegs.
Out for the
That's what they
sleepers.
are. Yeah. Sleeper pegs. Yeah, that's railway pegs. Be careful when you're walking up there.
Yeah.
Big shafts. These are wood. Oh, look, you know what that is?
What?
That's a wagon axle.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a wagon axle. The shaft when they went through there. And that would have been wood.
Yeah, gnarly.
Yeah, and then the wheels would have been...
Yeah. Would have had the wooden spokes.
Yeah, wooden spokes. Yeah, and that would have probably been the other side.
Yeah, I'm sure there'd be some treasures still here to be found. I'll have to come down here one time with a metal detector, Dad.
A pun?
We'll have to come down here one time with a metal detector.
Oh, yeah, I've got it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not? Alright, so Dad's GPS coordinates have kicked in. Looks like we're going to skip Chopper Track and we're going to go straight to Massey Track. We are now turning right at Massey Road. And that was about I can't see it, but yeah, there we go. 3.1 Ks on the odometer from Goodwood Road. So we're meant to keep following this down until we get to Chopper Track, because that was kind of like a joining track between Massey Track and Goodwood Road, and we're meant to find Morris Creek and follow that down. So right now we're really just looking for, I guess, the bottom of this gully. Unfortunately, Chivalry passed away last week, but we've got his friend Panda along for the journey. I've been looking after him for the last couple of weeks, so it was nice for Shiv to have a friend for like his last couple of weeks. So we're looking for a creek, and then we're meant to follow that up to find this cave. So continuing on with that story earlier, Ted Eastwood was actually arrested prior and in jail for another kidnapping of school children, this time at Faraday, which I think was outside of Ballarat. Oh yes, Dad. Alright, we'll continue on. Anyway, after he got released from prison, he came out, kidnapped I think it was 9 children from Wooreen and a school teacher. And then he asked for 100 kilograms of cocaine, 100 kilograms of heroin. I think it was like $10,000 cash money and a few other absolutely ludicrous, like, I don't know how he could expect to get away with that kind of shit. But anyway, after that, he was heading towards here, the Mullungdungs, where he crashed into a log truck. He ended up taking the 2 truckies hostage as well, and also 2 tourists who turned up in a combi van. So like, I know you do the math, there was quite a few people in his van by this time. So here's Morris Creek, but we could not see any track going towards the cave. We might have to go back to the car and actually get the GPS with the coordinates and see if that'll help. It's actually really, really pretty down here. Panda, it'd probably be pretty nasty to drink, mate. This waterhole actually puts White Woman's waterhole to shame. I've done a little episode on a battle, well, not a little one, it actually went for an hour, on a battle at Cultural Trail, and White Woman's waterhole was the first part of a trip, and that is pretty much the opposite side of the Mullungdungs, more towards Wooreen. Don't find many fungi out in the dry Mullungdung forest, but this one's pretty cool. I'm not too sure what it is, but We're now trudging through waist-height bracken fern after no sight of the cave. I think we're going to head back to the car and have a look at the coordinates again. Some cool bracket fungi here. Looks a little bit like turkey tail, but no, I just really don't know enough. Been wandering around for at least half an hour back and forwards, all up and down this road and along this creek. And yeah, I'm absolutely knackered. All right, won't give up yet. Been finding heaps of cool shit though. Look at this little hollow. Nice little place for a wombat to hide out from the sun. Walking around in the bush kind of reminds me of Mullungdung black snake. I've heard a few tales about it. I'm not sure if it's a myth or not. Some people say it's like pretty much like a black tiger snake. Others say it's almost python-esque. But there have been anecdotes of it growing to like 3 meters long. So yeah, you wouldn't want that to be creeping up on you. Alright, so we ended up leaving because we couldn't find the cave. We're going to go get some lunch, but we've gone down Big Tower Road, and this is why it's named Big Tower. It was an old fire tower, wasn't it, Dad? Yeah. Yeah, an old fire tower. I've seen a guy up from Carajung, Eric Uber, climb that absolutely off his dial when we camped here one time at the Highland Horse Riding Club. Like, I usually like doing shit like that, but yeah, even I'm not that bloody stupid. Yeah, real pretty area. There's the campgrounds down here, but I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to camp anymore. Probably because of fire regulations, and yeah, this place really is a bit like a tinderbox. So right around here we used to camp, and Dad reckons, yeah, still are allowed to camp here. I hopped on the website and I thought it said it wasn't permitted, but I've been having fires, so Dad's just, yeah, found a little bit of firewood to loot. Yeah, all right, we'll grab it. Got the chainsaws going. Getting us some nice bits of wood. Usually you shouldn't cut on the ground. Saw some dead cows just down the road. Absolutely fucking stinks. We've come up at least 500 meters from where I saw the carcasses. You can still smell it. It's horrendous. So you got to watch out in the Mullungdungs. There are places where it's a flora and fauna reserve where you can't get wood, but right here we're okay. So this is why it stinks so much. There's another bloody dead calf here as well. So we found these all up along the last 400 or 500 meters. This is the third one. Who knows how many are out here. Don't know if they had mad cow disease or what on earth happened. You see some black cockatoos, usually very short. Whoa, shit. All right, almost landed on my head. Hey, cockies! There we go. Hey, cockies! Yeah, I know, eh? You brave boys. There they go. So we've been going down this track, if you can call it a track, for about 2 k's now. Have not been able to go over 10 k's an hour. And as you can see, it is so overgrown. We've had to chainsaw some logs. And oh my God, I'm absolutely knackered. All right, almost there. All right, so we have driven down Morris Track, which is off Massey Road. It wasn't signposted or anything, but I think this must be the track. And on the Facebook storyboard or the history page, it said you come to a steep incline, which I'm guessing is this. And then there's a track to the right, which I'm guessing is this over here. So we'll follow this, and hopefully this time we'll get somewhere. But this is definitely looks like a man-made track. There's some banking up here further, so I reckon this is where the cave's going to be. Go and find it, Panda. Find the cave. Oh ho ho! Here we are.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, we didn't come far enough last time, did we? And there's Morris Creek. So yeah, we just didn't come up further enough, Dad.
Yes. Oh, that
Yeah, we were way off. We're on the wrong side.
yeah, but
All right, we're walking into the Mullungdung hand-carved cave. Let's see if there's any bats or anything scary in here. Oh, oh, oh. This is pretty fucking cool.
I'm coming in.
All right, come in. Gnarly.
Yeah.
All right, come in, Dad. You're right. So supposedly this might have, and I mean might have, been dug out by Wooreen prison escapees, but there's little to nothing really known about the history of this cave and how old it is. There's some scary looking spiders up there.
Oh, that's all right. They're not.
Yeah, it keeps going back. How cool is that, Dad? Here we go, we found it.
Wow. And what's
So
down here?
second go lucky, eh?
What's in there? Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know, it's just
Oh,
like a
that's
little,
good.
little dead end. You can see all these pock marks.
Yeah, that's how they've done that with a stick.
Yeah, like with a pickaxe, I reckon.
Yeah.
I reckon I've pickaxed it. Like little pickaxe marks. Quite
Wow.
remarkable, isn't it?
And you can stand up.
Oh yeah, easy. Definitely stand up. I'm almost 6 foot tall and I'm standing up in here. Watch out, there's a spider right above your head, Dave.
Yeah.
It wasn't on your head, but right above it. Yeah, how cool. Unreal.
And look. Yeah. God. Anything around that corner? No. No.
It's just where they've started digging
What's
it out.
down there?
Looking like we're going to extend it.
What's that down there?
No, there's
Oh
nothing
yeah,
down there.
just a drink bottle.
Yeah, well, could be an old bomb.
Oh, where they want to
Lots
put
lots.
that food or...
Oh no, lots of people supposedly used to smoke up in here, so yeah, I'm surprised we haven't found a bomb. Perfect place for a little compression session. Unreal. What we got there?
Okay, you walk up in
Try not to get a picture of him, but
and... Okay, I'll press...
yeah, so in that cave, Ted Eastwood had 9 kids as hostages. I'm not too sure if the truck driver and the combi tourists ended up coming into the cave as well, but one of them ended up escaping and went 8 kilometers to a farm and alerted police. And anyway, once Ted Eastwood found out about that, he picked up the hostages, started driving along the South Gippy Highway until he was affronted by some policemen who ended up blowing out his front tyres, or back tyres, I don't know, tyres anyway, with high-powered rifles. And luckily, no students were harmed. And yeah, it ended up, everything I guess worked out okay. So we're back at White Woman's Waterhole. Dad's trying to find Bullock's grave, but he's absolutely useless with directions and shit. He thought it was here. I told him it's nowhere near around here because I was just here when I'd done a battle at Cultural Trail. So I'm going to go to the town of Wooreen. Well, not really a town, but hopefully there's some signal there and then I can Google and find Bullock's grave. Alright, so we tried to find a historic saw pit since we couldn't get to Bullock's grave because it's actually nowhere near White Woman's Waterhole, and I didn't think it was. I don't know what Dad was thinking. So we've tried to come down, find a historic saw pit, couldn't find it. Now we're going to go back to Tom's Cap Road and we're trying to go find Bullock's grave. So, well, at least we found the actual cave, so that's one good thing. And alright, Alright, so currently we are going up Tom's Cap Road. We're not going to go right to the peak where Angus McMillan saw Corner Inlet because I really don't care too much for Angus McMillan. But we're only 7 k's away from Bullocky's grave. Oh god, so we just ended up going down the bumpiest bloody road ever. My ass is absolutely killing me. Wish Dad remembered how to get here because we went, yeah, complete back road, back way. But I think we finally got to Bullocky's gravesite, so hopefully it should just be up and around this corner. You can actually bring your cars all the way down here. We've just walked 200 meters, so it's probably good to stretch your legs after all that bumping and rocking and rolling in the car. Anyway, Bullocky's grave, 50 meters that away. So we are encroaching to Bullocky's grave. So from the little bit of reading that I did, he was trying to fix up the brakes or something like that underneath his bullock team, and then the bullock started going and pretty much ran him over. And he was found here by a couple of guys, and they ended up coming down and burying him down here because it was like nice and soft dirt and they could dig a proper grave for him. What were you saying before, Dad, about where he used to go? He used to go all the way to Walhalla?
To Walhalla.
So if any of you know that, that's a pretty long way through pretty crazy terrain. Port out to Walhalla.
To the Walhalla goldfields.
In memory of Alex, what does it say? Slimmer?
Yeah.
Alex Shimmer, is it?
Yeah.
Shimmer. Who meets his death in 1870 whilst repairing his wagon carrying goods from Port Albert to the goldfields.
Yeah.
Pretty gnarly.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Dad was just saying this is probably the leaf spring off his wagon, and I'm guessing this would have been the first headstone made for him. As you can see, that's his name, Alex Shimmer, 1870. Pretty cool. Alright, so we're back at Carajung, back at the home pad. So it's taken us, I think we left at about 10 o'clock this morning. It's now almost like 6:45. The sun's starting to go down. You can't really see it from here, but yeah, it's pretty gnarly. So it's one load of firewood we got, and then there's another load of firewood on the back of Dad's ute. So all in all, a pretty successful day. We found a cave. We saw a couple of other sites, and we got a couple of loads of wood. So what more can you ask for a Sunday? All right, next time.
Congressman is here to take your